Hello, I'm P.S. Martin. I'm an emergency medicine and EMS physician at the West Virginia University School of Medicine. I'm here today basically video documenting my experience with the COVID-19 vaccination process and the vaccine itself. The reason I'm doing it mainly is because I believe in this vaccination process. It's taken some time, and like many of you, I had some questions initially, especially with the speed in which the vaccine had been developed. I feel very strongly that, especially after reviewing some of the research and the numbers and the information that's coming out and speaking with people who are definitely in the know with regard to this, I feel much more confident in the process. And as a medical director and as an EMS physician, I find it extremely important to get that point across to all of our EMS and emergency medicine professionals out there. I have heard several comments recently and actually experienced the question and the concern that many providers have with regard to the vaccine and their fears of the safety of it. And I certainly understand those. I do understand those. Again, after reviewing the information and seeing how this vaccine process or the development process of this vaccine is very different. It's so different in the fact that it doesn't even contain the virus itself, the part that makes us sick. It doesn't even contain it. So therefore, this development process is actually probably one of the safest viral vaccinations that's ever been developed. So going into this process, I don't have any fear right now. I'm very comfortable and confident that this is going to make a huge difference. Unfortunately, it won't make a difference if people don't participate. So my main reason for doing it, doing the vaccine or getting the vaccine itself, is for my patients, for my family. I hope that things get to the point where we can start visiting again and start getting back to normal. But again, that won't happen unless people participate in the process. I feel very strongly that this is a safe vaccine. The numbers are absolutely amazing. And I think the science behind it is going to lead to many, many more developments in the future. So over the next couple of days, I'll be checking in with you just to let you know how the vaccine felt, whether I have any side effects, and how things are going.
Are you smiling under there?
I'm smiling.
Gonna feel pinched.
Thanks. That's all it is.
Well, that's it. The vaccination is done. I didn't feel any discomfort at all. I don't anticipate that I'm going to experience any bad side effects. However, I may experience some side effects, and that's just my body starting to develop the antibodies to the virus itself. And that's the way this is supposed to function. So if I do experience anything, I have the feeling it's probably going to be just some general discomfort at the site, and also probably some minor aches and pains, or just feeling a little tired for the next day. That's what I anticipate, although I don't typically get any type of side effects from vaccines in the past. So again, the process was painless. It was simple. It was handled very well by the professionals who helped administer the vaccine. And I will check back in with you in a few hours to a couple days just to let you know how things are going.
Hello, this is a follow-up video about 28 hours after my COVID-19 vaccination. Just touching base with you to let you know how I'm feeling at this point. Currently, I feel great, no ill effects at all. I did note an area about the size of a quarter, just a little bit of swelling and tenderness at the injection site, but there's no redness, no fever, no aches, no signs of any infection or anything. I feel perfectly fine. The area on my arm is probably, usually I get no response at all to any vaccination, but the area is probably just a little bit worse than I would experience with the flu vaccine, but aside from that, it's very tolerable, so nothing major at all. Again, I'll be following up again with another one in about 2 to 3 days, just to let you know how things are going. Hello, it's now day 5 since my immunization. I had some mild swelling, tenderness, and a little bit of redness at the injection site that lasted for about 48 hours. After day 3, all of that was completely gone. I didn't really have any other major systemic symptoms or issues related to the immunization, so all went well for the first time. I've been feeling great at this stage. Everything was very tolerable. The next steps for me are to get my second dose, and that appointment is already scheduled for January 7th, so I'm all set for the second dose and ready to go. I did receive some questions from some friends and some people that I know. The questions mainly centered around people who had underlying health conditions. One of them in particular I remembered was lupus. Another one had underlying lung problems, and they were concerned about getting the vaccination. I explained to them that with underlying conditions such as that, it's all the more reason to get the vaccination. Extremely important to get the vaccination because actually getting COVID on top of those conditions could lead to a very, very bad outcome. So they understood that, and most that I talked to have proceeded with going on with the vaccination series, so I'm very excited about that. After getting the vaccine, I will continue wearing my mask, continue social distancing, continue good hand washing. All of that's important. I ask that you do the same. I wish you the best. I hope you still consider moving on with the vaccination. If you don't, I hope that you still consider educating yourself, asking questions, and looking up the results of the science as this proceeds. Best wishes. Take care.